I'm Lottie and I am a ghost hunter here on YouTube, and this is an additional channel of mine where I kind of just sit here, chill out a little bit, tell you about all my spooky experiences, all my crazy theories, and occasionally my cats come and say hello. He said hi, like and subscribe. Thank you. He's so cute. So basically this channel is just me telling you about all my spooky experiences, all my crazy theories, and to be honest, anything random that just pops in my head that I want to ramble about. People tell me all the time that I talk too much, and I'm taking that to my advantage, and I'm gonna talk too much and I'm gonna do it on this channel. So I hope you like it, but if not, watch anyway. So today I'm going to speak about premonitions, specifically dream premonitions. Now, are any of you guys watching weird, creepy ass people like I am? Because I have had some really, really weird and bizarre dreams that I woke up and I was like, shut the front door. That was terrifying. And then it happened. I know, I'm sorry. What the hell are you on about? Has she gone fully cuckoo? I went cuckoo the moment I was born, my dears, but I have had some bizarre things happen. And as I said, I've dreamt things and they've happened. Does that mean I'm some mystical, crazy witch? I mean, I'm going to go with yeah, because that just sounds so much fun. So that is what we're going with, okay? But I have kind of like not hinted, I'm not hinting, it's not a secret or a surprise. I've kind of already touched on the basis of this in a previous video, but I'm gonna go in depth with this one because it's crazy. And I feel like I gotta tell someone. I gotta tell you guys. And if anyone is gonna listen and maybe understand, it's gonna be the Spookalots. So let's go back in time to when I was like, what? I'm going to say 16, and the house that this took place in, I don't know if maybe plays a part in this, because this was I'm going to say third, yeah, it was the third haunted house that I've lived in. I lived in many haunted houses, to be precise, I've lived in 5, I know, crazy, I'm drawn to it, I'm like a magnet of death. Not death. I'm a magnet of ghosties. That got a bit deep, a bit dark there, didn't it? But anyway, I'm in this house. 16 years old, right? We've just moved into this house. Lovely house. Probably my favourite house I've lived in. It was a vibe. It was really beautiful, really cool, right? Didn't look spooky. Didn't say I'm haunted. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't given that. It catfished us. The house catfished us into tricking us into buying the house. Do you know what I mean? Turned out to be quite scary, actually. But anywho's, brought the house. Not me. My mother's. I was 16. We move in, right? And I have a really creepy ass dream. Now, there is something else linked into this creepy ass moment, but I'm going to tell you that in a different video because it relates to cursed and haunted objects. I know, dramatic AF, right? But we're just going to focus on the dream premonitions today, okay? So, anyway, 16-year-old moi, move into the house, okay? I'm there in my room, chilling, going to sleep, whatever, and I have a nightmare. And in this dream, right? In the dream, I go into my mum's ensuite, and I don't know what I'm doing in there, okay? And I come out of my mum's ensuite, it's the middle of the night, I'm all alone, it doesn't seem that there's anybody else in the house. And I open the ensuite door, and stood there is a girl with long black hair, like it's given grudge, do you know what I mean? Like full on grudge, long hair, like, do you know what I mean? Imagine that. That is the vibe, okay? And in my dream, I seen this girl, and I was like, ah! Screamed. Probably a bit more dramatic than that. Anyway, shut the door, and I like dropped to the floor in absolute terror. And I was like, oh my Christ! Absolutely terrifying. And I woke up, and I was like, the fudge was that? That was not nice. And then I had this like fear of my mum's bedroom. So like my room was here, and literally just like there was their room. And terrifying. Like, honestly, I was so scared of that room from this moment on. And it was like, I'm going to say like, oh God, like what? 2-3 years later, maybe, we had this wild thing happen with this haunted cursed object, which I'll go into another video, so keep your eyes peeled. If I post one about a cursed or haunted object, watch it, because it's crazy. But that's a whole other video, you know. But anywho's, this thing happened, and then this one night, my mum goes into her ensuite in the middle of the night, you know, for a tinkle McWinkleson, as we all do, and she opened the door, and stood there was the girl with the long black hair, and like my mum was like awake, like she wasn't asleep, she was like, I'm awake, I'm here in this realm, seeing this thing, right? Anyway, my mum, she ran to the bed and she got under the covers, and she said she didn't sleep all night, she was just hiding under her duvet, you know, because as we all know, duvets, #1 defense against ghosts, will definitely save you. Why do people do that? Like, we all do that. Like, literally, we all do that. I do that. If I think there's like a ghosty or something, I hide under the blanket. Like, the blanket's gonna save me. Do you know what I mean? It's like some sort of protection against us in the deathly realm. It's really not, guys, okay? It's not. We all just need to get that into our heads. Hide under the bed, hide under the duvet, it's not going to help you. But anywho, that is what my mother did. And then, right, that next morning, I'm downstairs making my cup of tea or whatever I actually do, whatever. La, chilling, whatever. Anyway, my mum, she comes in and she's absolutely shook-ifted, and I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, she looked like she'd been through something, you know, and I was like, I don't mean to be rude, mother, but are you okay? Like, going on? You look a bit cray, you know, what's going on? Anyway, and she was like, oh my Christ, I come out and I seen this ghost, and I was like, literally, shut up. I was like, you're actually lying. I was like, my dream when we first moved into the house, and they were all like, what the fudge, you know? It was a crazy time. So I feel like I had a premonition about the creepy, like, grudge girl in the room. Yeah, really weird. And it turns out that that weird ghosty was attached to an object that was haunted. And yeah, so I feel like I like predicted the whole thing. Absolutely cray. And anyway, there was another time where I had another dream in this house where I had this weird thing happen and I couldn't sleep. Again, paranormal related, okay? I was maybe like, what, 18 at this point, I'm going to say. Same house, right? And I asked my friend, Rufus, absolute cutie pie, to come and stay at my house. And she stayed over because I was like, maybe if I have a friend with me, I'll feel more like chill and I'll be able to like get a good sleep. So she slept over, and like in front of my bed, because I've always been hippy dippy weirdy, you know, with the rocks, you know, the rocks and the candles and everything, right? She stayed over, and that was all in front of my bed, right? I had this weird dream in my mind that there was this big bang and everyone ran in and was like, what was that? And then I looked, and like everything on my, not everything, but a lot of stuff on my side had been like turned upside down. Like my candles were upside down, and like my poster had come off the wall, and like things had moved. And this was a dream, right? And as soon as my dream ended, it was like, done. I'm not even joking. Massive crash, like, right? My mum and my stepdad, Tony, shout out, by the way, absolutely wondrous human. Best human being ever, honestly. Wondrous. Everyone send love to Tony. Epic gentleman. Anyway, they come running in. My friend Ruth, she wakes up and she's like, oh, what was that? And I was like, anyway, turn the light on. What has happened? My posters down, my crystals have skedaddled because I used to have them like in a line. My candles had like turned upside down. Sounds cray, I know, but it happened. It happened. Weird. And absolutely terrifying. After that, I was fine and I then slept. So I feel like I had this weird premonition that this thing was going to happen. It was like the end of this spiritual cycle. So, really strange. What I will say with that one, I wandered into these woods one day and I found this like weird altar, and there was like this string wrapped around it with this thing hanging down. It was a scroll, and like I said, I was like a young, stupid teenager. And I was like, oh my Christ, there's a cool scroll. Maybe it's like a message for whoever finds it. Anyway, I grabbed the scroll, I took it home with me. Turns out it was some sort of witchcraft that I had interfered with. I kept waking up, and that's what had led to that. Anyway, had to get another witch involved, which She told me how to get rid of the skull. I had to take it and bury it away from my home. And yeah, I don't know exactly what this spell was that I just walked into and completely interfered with. But yes, that's what happened with that. So, is that lipstick? I do. Okay, guys, I'm just, sorry, one moment. I just noticed there was lipstick on my tooth and none of you told me. And I've been rambling for like 10 minutes. It's gone. Moving on. But anyway, lesson we've learned is, if you're ever in the woods and you find a witchy altar with candles and stuff, you see a load of string wrapping around it with a little scroll hanging in the middle, don't grab it and think it's all about yourself and it's a message for you. It's not. It's not about you. Just walk away, pretend you didn't see it and keep on moving, okay? Because I really screwed myself up for a while there. Crazy times. I mean, do you guys believe in witchcraft? Do you believe in like hexes and curses, haunted objects? Do you believe in manifestation? I am a massive believer in it all. In all of it. I believe in everything. I basically believe in everything in the world, you know. I'm one of those crazy people. And definitely, let me know, do you believe in dream premonitions? Do you believe? And have you had one? I've also had a few weird, like, dreams where my friend, for instance, might ring me and tell me some information. I'm like, I knew that. Or I've had a weird dream where something really, like, basic has happened. Like, I don't know, I went somewhere and saw someone or brought something. I'm like, oh my God, I dreamt this. And, like, really weird. I suppose, like, deja vu type, but it wasn't deja vu because I dreamt it. Does that make sense? Because, like, with deja vu, you don't dream or think about it. You just, like, something happens, you're like, oh my gosh, I've done this, I've been here before, like, that was so weird, I've had this conversation, you know. But this was, like, actual dreams. And yeah, it happened quite a few times. It was all very strange. So I actually started, like, writing down my dreams and keeping a dream journal, because it was all just getting a little bit cray-cray, you know, a little bit weird. One thing that has just dawned on me, if you guys didn't think I was, like, fully cuckoo on my paranormal channel, if you've come over and you're watching this, there's no way you don't now think I'm insane. But I embrace it. And I embrace all my weird experiences in life. And I'm so happy to share them. Because some people don't share paranormal experiences because they're afraid to be ridiculed, you know, and, like, bullied about it. And I won't lie to you, when I was a kid, obviously I had many crazy things happen. I didn't tell people because I was embarrassed and I thought people are going to bully me for it. And yeah, I got bullied bad when I was at school, like, horrendously. Was it because of my weird ghosty self? No, it wasn't actually. It was for all sorts of bizarre things, which maybe I can go into one day. But moral of the story, embrace yourself. Don't be... Where is this video going? It started about dream premonitions, the grudge gun, and now I'm on about stand up for yourself and believe in your uniqueness, you know? So yeah, just believe in yourself, guys. If anyone tries to bring you down, that just says more about them than it does about you, do you know what I mean? There's many jelly bellies in the world, and we don't vibe with them. We're positive energy, okay? And I'm going to finish this ramble here. Make sure you let me know, have you had any weird things like this happen? Because I'm dying to know that I'm not the only one, okay? And I'm going to end this video like I end all videos on all of my channels by saying, I hope that you have a good day or a good night, whatever it is when you watch this video.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear